listening to The Real with Rachel D on Atlanta's inspirational talk radio, Love 860. Hey everybody, welcome to The Real with Rachel D. Happy Friday. Finally, the week is over. And like always, we're here with our super fabulous co-host, Miss BJ.
Barbecue. Oh, I meant to say yay.
And special guest in the building. He is an Atlanta up-and-coming recording artist, Beno.
Hey.
This is your second time.
Absolutely.
You were here a couple months ago with Thomas Daniel.
TD.
And now we got you all to ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
So welcome. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and jump into some celebrity news. There's actually a few stories on here. That's not on the list, but we'll talk about them. I just thought about them when I walked in.
These celebrities. Oh, Lord.
All right. Let's just go ahead and get this little girl out the way. Leah Denham. Y'all remember about this whole saga she had going on? Like, she just made up this entire feud in her head with Odell Beckham Jr. She felt, starting from the beginning. They were at the Met Gala. They were seated next to each other. Have you heard about this?
No, I'm just waiting to hear about this.
Lena Denham. Mm-hmm. I don't really know who she is. She's an actress.
She's an actress in HBO series.
Girls. Okay. But she's very weird looking. If you look at her, she's very, very weird looking. Yeah. Kind of child molester-ish, but we'll get back to that. But anyway, she was sitting next to the NFL player, Odell Beckham Jr., and apparently they didn't talk. Apparently he didn't flirt. And so she went to social media to mention how he did not flirt with her. Apparently she's not his type. She doesn't have the body type of the woman that he wants. Basically, she just felt rejected by him, but yet he didn't say anything to her.
Nothing to her. Nothing negative, nothing positive. He just didn't speak.
So my question is he wrong?
No. I think she went on social media and said, yeah, I was sitting next to Odell Beckham Jr., and it was so amazing because it was like he looked at me and determined that I was not the shape of a woman by his standards. He was like, that's a marshmallow, that's a child, that's a dog. I mean, he just seemed so confused.
And he didn't say none of this.
Nothing.
This came from her brain.
So we just need to go back to the drawing board on her. Listen to me.
Insecure.
Very insecure.
Yeah, like you really need to just keep calm and trust me, someone definitely will come in your life.
But the crazy thing is, and this is where she shot herself in the foot, she has a bad history that people kind of forgot about. Mm-hmm. She wrote a book a couple years ago admitting to basically molesting her sister.
Whoa.
Like, it's very explicit. Did you read it?
No.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Girl, I'll send you the link. Yes, she wrote a book. And, I'm going to try to it's very explicit, so I'm going to try to, PG it. Mm-hmm. That she mentioned when she was 7 and her little sister was 1 year old. She was curious about her sister's female parts. So she said that she really was very descriptive. She opened up the diaper, opened up the legs.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
So she really full on Jared Fogle.
Yes.
But you know what? That to me speaks to some type of
And that wasn't just the end of it. When she became 17, I guess her sister would have been 11, she would masturbate with her sister in the bed with her because she thought she was lesbian. Like, she's weird looking like that. So she thought she was lesbian, so she used her sister, like she would touch her and everything. She put all this in a book.
All right, I got a question. Why wasn't this on Fox 5 and CNN?
Why wasn't
well,
she?
She's not really one of the people who would get ripped apart by that.
What's the name of that family that had like 45 kids and counting?
The Duggars?
The Duggars.
Yeah.
That young guy who molested his sisters. They drug him through the Duggar. Yeah. Why didn't they do the same thing with her?
I don't know, because, she is a hardcore feminist. And so her whole thing was, by me owning this, it's a powerful movement by me owning this. Yeah. And it's like, no, that's disgusting. You're disgusting. And if it was anybody else, they would not be here.
She should be a registered sex offender, and she needs a better haircut.
Absolutely.
She absolutely should. So
that's crazy.
This whole thing with Odell Beckham,
ODB.
I think that it didn't go the way that she wanted it to. She wanted the feminist movement to back her up. But it's hard because one minute, if somebody tries to holler at her, then that's disrespectful and you're disrespecting me, my femininity. But then if you don't holler at you, then it's still disrespectful. And she's just a very big extremist. And so it has backfired. And then she did issue an apology.
Yeah, she
which
did.
is kind of BS.
Yeah.
So.
I need some hand sanitizer.
I know.
Just for that story.
And she looks dirty. Have you ever seen somebody that just look dirty?
She just like her hands stink like old hot dogs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's against washing her hair.
Wow.
No, I'm saying she looks like it.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
something else?
Yeah. So I was really hoping that what's his name? Charlamagne the God would have gave her Donkey of the Day.
Yeah.
But he didn't, even though I sent him a lot of messages.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, some Atlanta news. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Steve J is actually going to finally go to jail regarding his child support issues.
They locking Stevie up.
About time.
Really? Well, I guess
nah.
if you owe over $1 million in child support, then
I mean, like, dude got enough kids to start a football team, so.
Yeah.
and he
like,
should. One of them might make it, and then he'll be good financially.
So,
Yeah, but he got to do better.
He really does. I mean, he's all, when you see him on the show, I love my kids. It's all about my kids.
I'm
you know what?
getting money.
Stop
Yeah.
spending money on Jocelyn and invest back into your family.
Absolutely.
And the interesting thing is, if you watch Love and Hip Hop this past season, Jocelyn was really trying to set him up. She really wanted to ruin his world and, eventually make him go to jail. And
Yeah.
I think she's accomplished that.
Yeah. He's back in there. Poor Stevie.
Yeah,
Poor
she,
Stevie.
She with Young Joe now.
All right, so moving on. Let me see. I'm going to jump around a little bit. Speaking of Atlanta, other Atlanta news. So
Yes.
you guys have heard about Bishop Eddie Long.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Like, a picture of him surfaced recently, and he was like almost Skeletor skinny. He does not look like himself at
I
all.
found out why.
Why?
He is suffering from digestive stomach cancer, stage 4. But this is what happened. This is from
didn't even know that.
a reliable source. So they're saying basically after recently turning heads with his drastic weight loss, even though he claimed he was on a new vegan diet, someone really close to him said Pastor Bishop Eddie Long, who's 63, the bishop of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, was hospitalized this week with a grave illness of cancer in his digestive system, and it's at the 4th stage. The 4th stage, as you know, with cancer, is when it moves from its primary location and it starts to metastasize in the different organs, meaning he didn't act on it quick enough.
Yeah.
And now it's to the point where they're giving him literally months to live. So, but this was something they were keeping under wraps.
Wow.
Your health. I mean, and this is I love when our people have platforms, but use this to health.
Yeah.
If something isn't right, go to the doctor, get it checked out. Don't lie, cover it up too much. You lost this weight from giving up Popeyes. Come on.
Yeah.
We knew that wasn't true.
Yeah,
And
but
people thought the absolute worst, because I was thinking, maybe HIV or
Right.
drugs.
Or right, because
Cancer is not your fault in any way.
no, and we
Absolutely.
could look at that and see something was wrong, but yet again, trying to cover up something, use this platform to get people to take better care of their health. If you see something and you're, have a question, go to the doctor. If you don't have insurance, go to a clinic. I mean, it's best if he caught it early. There's a lot more they could have done.
Wow. Well, I mean, he might have caught it early. We don't know if he hasn't. He just hasn't came out
about
but he
it,
could have,
true.
used that platform.
well, all prayers go out to him and his family, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of mean, hypocritical people that are going to say that this is some type of karma that he got because of the situation from years ago.
Years ago that
Yeah.
he swept under the rug and threw a lot of money at and
Yeah.
took on a cruise and bought several cars and outfits for. Yes.
Wow.
See, BJ, we're never in the right time, in the right place at the right time.
Right.
At all.
So
But no, I'm definitely praying for him. A close family friend goes to New Life and New Birth, and they don't play about their pastor. Me and my mom were trying to crack jokes about Eddie Long years ago, and it almost came to a fight.
Girl.
Like, they do not play about their pastor.
you'll get
Yeah,
hit with
they
that
don't
church
play.
hat.
Exactly. So yeah, definitely. Prayers out to him. And kind of, this is somewhat Atlanta news. You know that Gladys Knight is suing her son.
Yes.
And she deserves to.
She does. So if you guys can remember, years ago, Gladys Knight Chicken and Waffles, who was ran by one of Gladys Knight's sons, had IRS issues. There was a lot of things. The son got arrested, back taxes, and I think maybe some drugs or something.
It was definitely some
Something,
drugs
yeah.
involved.
Now, you know that Gladys Knight herself is not involved with the restaurant, but she did lend her name and her face to help to get more.
Get it started, right.
Yeah. And so she's suing her son, of course, for the money and the reputation. But she also wants to take her name back and take her face back.
Do it, girl, because that macaroni and cheese the last time I was in it was dry.
Really?
Woo, Lord have mercy. I said, oh, it tastes like somebody stealing money. I mean, that's how dry the macaroni and cheese was. Where the rest of the cheese at?
Yeah, Gladys is definitely not what it used to be, for sure.
You know, see?
Look, I drove past one on my way here. Their open sign is made out of paper.
See, they've
And it was
lost
just-
so much business now
Got to do
because of her
better.
son.
Absolutely.
Shanga.
Shingle.
Shingles.
Shingle.
Shanga.
That's
Shingles.
insane. All right, so moving on. This whole, Tyga getting cars repossessed, getting new cars, it being a mistake. I don't know what's going on. It's really hard to keep up with it. But apparently Tyga's had 2 cars repossessed within the past week and a half. And then, of course, like the Kardashian marketing brand likes to do, they like to spin it like, well, one of the cars wasn't actually repossessed. Kylie was buying him a Bentley, and it was all a part of a surprise. And then the second car, which I want to say was a Maybach, they said that I can't remember. What was it?
It was a 2014 Maybach 62S Londa, like I got in the parking lot. What happened? It broke down a couple of months ago.
Baller.
Yes. But what happened? It broke down. He got it towed to a repair shop, but he never went back to pay for it or to pick it up. So
it must be nice to just be able to leave $400,000 car at the repair shop.
Dude,
must be nice.
And but then, didn't he just get brought to court for back rent?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Again.
2 repos in a week.
See, he needs to learn from Black China. You're doing this all wrong.
Yes.
You infiltrate the Jenner Kardashian system, and then you get the money from them and you put it back into the community.
Right.
But instead, he's buying Kylie $1 million like Ferrari and all this other stuff. You're doing it all wrong.
This is so backwards.
Watch when Robin China airs this Sunday. Watch how your baby mama does it. She's gonna do it better. All right, so what else?
Keeping it in the family for sure.
Our last story, and BJ mentioned his name a little earlier, Jared Fogle. This is the craziest thing ever. Okay, so Jared Fogle is allegedly suing the victims' parents, like the child pornography victims. He's suing their parents for screwing her up.
It says it's the parents' fault.
Yeah, because they got a divorce.
Wow.
And he says that they frequently fought and abused alcohol in front of the victim, which caused her to suffer major depression and engage in destructive behavior, such as sleeping with the older. Did he sleep with? What was it?
Yeah, he engaged in videography, like pornography, illegally filming young people, and actually sleeping with underage women. But this dude, you went from walking to lose weight, eating Subway every day. Mm-hmm. You really had a platform there, and he misused it to, just nasty.
I never wonder about people like that. You never had a real talent. You just lucked out. Because there's a lot of people who have lost a lot of weight with diets. But you lucked out that somebody found you and wanted to make you the star that they did, and this is what you chose to do.
We've been to college. We done all lost weight off ramen noodles. Ain't none of us on TV. That ramen noodle diet is legit.
I'm trying to tell you.
So, yeah, he's allegedly, I'm not really sure exactly what he can get from this. It's, like, I would understand a little bit maybe the child suing the parents.
I feel like he's just trying to keep his, try to make a comeback or something because...
You never can.
Yeah, he's done for it. Like, he's just trying to stay relevant, and that's definitely not the way to go.
Do your sentence, lock up, low down, and watch it back. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
That is true. All right, guys, you're listening to The Real with Rachel D. We have more show coming up for you, but a quick reminder to go on social media and show us some love and support on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Coming up, we have Candy Leave You.
All right. We are back, The Real with Rachel D, guys. That was Daily featuring Marsha Ambrosius, Alone Together. Marsha Ambrosius is beautiful voice.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So we are in studio with Atlanta up-and-coming artist Beno. I always mess up everybody's name.
It's okay. Beno.
Right. So this is the second time on the show, but now it's time to spotlight him. So let's just go ahead and start from the beginning. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Beno from Atlanta. Vine City raised me. And basically, I just came a long way and did a little marketing. Of course, y'all know I'm an entrepreneur. That's my mindset for sure. And basically, I'm back on the music scene back home. So I'm enjoying myself and, having some fun with my dog, TD, other half of Rapport. And we just enjoying our life.
Wait, you said other half of what?
Rapport.
That's the name of y'all's duo?
Yeah.
Like Outcast duo?
Yeah, we're going to do a couple duo tapes. We of course, we all individual artists, but every time me and TD link up, we're going to go as Rapport.
Okay.
I like that.
Y'all do have a good dynamic with each other.
Yeah.
I like homeboys. All right, so you are an entrepreneur, and I think that as a successful music artist, you have to be. Because I feel like a lot of the music artists in history who have been kind of robbed, like TLC and Toni Braxton, put a lot into people. When It's like you have to do a lot yourself, but you have to be very aware of who's managing stuff, who's handling stuff, and then that's,
Well, the great part about that, as it pertains to me, I'm always on top as it pertains to my music. Period. Like I wake up every morning, I write 8 bars each and every morning. It don't matter if it's a freestyle or whatnot. I write it down. Just never know when you need it. And I also do all my own promotion. Like, I went to school for marketing, so as it pertains to marketing, I could definitely do that on my own.
Right.
And that's basically what it is. It's all about exposure. I've seen a lot of good artists in the city that don't, just holler in the mic, sound like a baby crying.
Right.
They really had decent music, but, the whole entire country, or better yet, the whole entire city wasn't able to hear them because they don't promote their music. They sit on their music.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think that's really the downfall. Cause a lot of people, my whole thing as it pertains to Atlanta rap, period, a lot of people want to hear the sudden swing, but it's just like we don't have them artists such as like myself and a couple more people like Sahada Prince and B.O.B. We don't hear them. We don't hear them on the radio.
Right.
And we quit. People from New York and Cali and all in the Midwest, they quit to say, yeah, y'all have no lyrics down there. But you fail to realize we have Sahada Prince, B.O.B., Childish Gambino.
Right.
Like we grew up listening to good music. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how. My whole approach toward the music scene right now, just bringing back that lyricism towards Atlanta.
Right.
Okay, so who inspires you as an artist?
Oh, who inspired me as an artist? Of course, it's Andre 3000 for sure.
Yay.
I love Outkast. Outkast is everything to me. Yeah, and another group is Goody Mob. I grew up listening to a lot of Goody Mob.
He put help in the fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens too big for my chicken. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I definitely grew up. My brother was a big fan of Outkast and Goody Mob, but I used to hang out with my brother a lot because he seemed like he was doing the cool things at the time. So I used to hear a lot of Goody Mob, a lot of Phil Mob. Of course, I definitely Young Jeezy as it pertains to street music. I feel like no one do it like him because you're telling a genuine street story. So it's not like I'm out there just saying about stuff I don't do. It's reality.
Okay.
So that's the majority of my approach towards the hip hop scene. It's more of just reality rap, telling stories. Might not be my story, but I guarantee it's somebody in my campaign stories.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you know what I like about what Beno said? All of the artists he mentioned, you can clearly understand them, and it doesn't sound like they're being electrocuted. They're mumbling, you can actually, they pronunciate, you can hear them.
What artists are you throwing shade
I'm
to?
just being honest. You got a lot of people, Young Thug. You got few. I mean, it's just they drag in there. You can't understand. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. What is going on? Sound like something fell loose on the car. I mean, it's got a good beat, but I like to be able to understand what you're saying. Like Beno said, a story. Let me entertain me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be the first to say it. Young Thug don't know half of his potential if he actually had lyricism behind all them rhyme schemes and different melodies. If he had some real lyrics behind everything, it'd definitely be, somebody to at least look at.
Right.
Since you mentioned it, Young Thug being essentially the new face of hip hop for this generation, what do you think about him? While he makes some catchy songs, his clothes, his demeanor, people think he's killing hip hop.
Well, we honestly can't even say he killing hip hop no more, because if you think about hip hop as a whole, we doing stuff in all type of ways now. You know what I'm saying? You got Common and Queen Latifah, winning Golden Globes. So you just can't narrow hip hop down to one scene, because it never was one scene.
True.
69 Boys never rapped like NWA.
NWA.
Yeah, NWA never rapped like, Wu-Tang Clan or whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's all about just understanding music and understanding that hip hop as a whole is gonna be different regardless, because that would make it so unique.
Yeah, but Young Thug can get rid of that outfit though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He can burn that.
Yeah, he's definitely a weirdo, but I do know a lot of people. I know a lot of people, in the city that actually do know him, and they, growing up, I heard a lot of stuff about him as well. When the old Young Thug, rock crew, Young Thug, that was the Young Thug I used to, sort of listen to.
It's just, I like how Beno kind of gave like a history of hip hop.
I know,
like
right?
NWA, 69 Boys. It's all, and like you said, it's always changing and going in different directions.
Yeah.
So what is the stamp you want to make on the hip hop industry? Like, what direction do you want to see it move into?
Well, the direction I want to see hip hop is just, evolving back to using wordplay, because I feel like I can't really complain about the hip hop scene on Atlanta, because even if you think about the 90s and whatnot, Outkast and Get Them Out, they had fun on the track. It wasn't all serious like the New Yorkers was. We know how to enjoy ourselves. We New York or the South, we definitely party down here.
Right.
So I wouldn't expect a lot of artists from Atlanta to come out and really be talking about, some real serious stuff, because we're known as a party city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people fail to realize they can say, a lot of people from New York might not agree, but they say a lot. Atlanta, y'all don't really do nothing but blah, blah, blah. But I know if you go to a club in New York, you definitely going to hear an Atlanta record.
Yes.
Of course.
You can't you can't bounce. I mean, I like Styles P like anybody else, but you can't really bounce you can't twerk off no Styles P.
Yeah, and
Jada Kiss.
That's just how it is.
So are you good with freestyling?
Yeah.
Can you give us a sample?
Yeah.
You need a beat?
No, I don't need a beat.
Because I'm not good. I
Hey,
tried
it's
it.
Don't
okay.
let BJ mess you up.
It's okay. We talking about I guess we could just it's a lot of people dying and they Jesus people. Hey, what the devil people out there killing Jesus people. Straight molesting souls just to get a single, but they don't see this in this world. Boy, this life is lethal. Do you accept the power way to crunch your brain thirsty, and then what they tell you, then the next minute your brain bursts, man. Many girls ain't love you neither. They'll fake a relationship to kill your people or have a baby and leave you. Well, oh my God, girls they got to me, and it's a tragedy. Oh, they flashing me, catch me in the club with some love, but she can't have me. See, she the type of chick that'll bust it for $1, and she the type of chick that mess around with a mother. Man, my generation messed up. Now I feel like that's why you call her. You said look up to the skies and pray that I don't want a daughter. But little boys walking around acting like some daughters. Tragedy. So daddy was a hypocrite and mama was a hustler. Look what I became. Yep, a full-blooded hustler.
All right. What's up with these girls in the club? What they doing to you?
What?
Nah, it's
I know, right? That's your story.
Right.
nah, yeah, that's just my old college football days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. HBCU love.
See.
All right. Well, we have to run to a commercial break, but Beno, can you tell everybody where they can find out more information about you?
You can definitely follow me on Instagram at thisboy, THISBOI WIZE. You can also catch out the Rapport page, Rapport Music on Instagram. And also my SoundCloud is WIZE, WISE_ATL.
All right. Well, stay here because we have more show coming up for you guys.
Yep.
On The Real with Rachel D. Coming up, we have Nivea Laundromat. All right, guys, welcome back to The Real with Rachel D. That was Nivea Laundromat. When we had announced that, we were like, Nivea's still on the scene? So I guess welcome back, girl. Okay, so we're in studio with Miss BJ and Beno.
Yeah.
Up
We
and
here.
coming musical artist in Atlanta. And this is the time of the show we talk about the craziest stories that we found on social media. But before we get into that, I just want to do a quick Dragon Con recap. Dragon Con was this past weekend, and a special shout out to Dan Carroll, who's the media director of Dragon Con, for hooking us up with tickets. It was a lot going on. I only spent 2 days down there and I was exhausted. But I saw so many great things. Miss BJ unfortunately wasn't able.
I got it there Sunday night.
You did?
Sunday night I was out.
Okay, so let's
and it
talk.
just got weirder and more fabulous. I promise you, if I seen another Harlequin, if I saw one more, got one more again.
Those were the main Harley Quinn and Joker, which I found was cute because couples did that. So Harley Quinn and Joker, Deadpool, which I love Deadpool, so I would see as many as possible.
I saw some female Deadpools too, which was really cool.
Yes, I saw. There was a lot of Batmans. There was a lot of Star Wars. Let me see.
A lot of Game of Thrones too.
Yes.
There were a lot of Daenerys and I saw a couple Joffreys. I'm thinking they may have been King Joffrey. And he was actually there. The guy that played King Joffrey was actually there. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I don't watch King of Thrones, but Austin does.
Game of Thrones.
VOT.
That clearly just proves I don't watch it. But let me see. What was one of my favorite costumes was Powdered Toast Man.
Yes.
By our very own Patrick Edmond. And it was so funny. And he's so creative. And people loved it. I walked with Patrick for the whole evening. And people were yelling it out. People took pictures. He was the Beyonce of the night.
Yes.
So
I ain't sorry.
Yes. So while Dragon Con was tons and tons of fun for everybody, of course you have to have those few lames that decides to ruin a good time.
Oh.
And they didn't really ruin a good time. They ruined it themselves.
Yeah.
So
it was disrespectful.
It was extremely disrespectful. So what surfaced online was a couple, a man and a woman, dressed as 9/11 costumes depicting the World Trade Center.
2 burning buildings, guys.
Yes, and they even had dolls attached to the sides of the building.
Falling out the windows.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, it was so distasteful.
It's definitely over the top.
Yeah, I don't think they stayed out in public long because they started getting a lot of bad backlash.
And yes, they did. In fact, Dragon Con had released a statement saying, we are aware of these individuals in the evening and dispatch both Dragon Con and the hotel security to find them, pull their badges, and escort them from the property for violating convention policies. They had apparently left the Dragon Con convention area shortly after the photos were taken. Maybe they just did that for, I guess, the shock value, because I can't imagine them thinking that was a good idea.
And it wasn't the fact they took time out to create flames in a building and dolls. I mean, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
It's just out of hand, point blank, period.
I hope that people took pictures of their faces.
Yeah, and find them.
And so that they can get fired.
Make them, like if you were in school, write an essay. Go meet some of these people who lost family members and, It's not a joke.
It isn't, but fortunately, Dragon Con, it is about fun, and you do have to uphold yourself to a good standard. In fact, one of the things that happened during the parade, I saw an article about, is a woman is looking for somebody to press charges on who sexually assaulted her during the parade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she said that she was standing there. It was around 10 o'clock in the morning, and there was pictures on social media. A guy was pressing against her. She said when she turned around and she looked down, his whole area was exposed.
Oh, wow. Did she give him like a Captain Falcon knee or
a super kick?
I would have kapow.
Maybe she was in shock. I think I might be like, what the heck is going on?
No.
But yeah, so conventions like this is very, very, it can be good and bad, but ultimately it was amazing. It was the 30th anniversary. You do have a couple nuts, but overall it was great. So thanks again, Dan Carroll.
Did you say, okay, never mind.
No, what did I say?
You said you get a couple nuts.
You're the only one who's thinking dirty like that.
I'm just saying.
You're dirty.
It's out of
Look, stop talking about your weekend plans, okay?
It's crazy.
And her couple of nuts.
Oh, ironic. Lord.
Anyway, so moving on, a drunk shirtless man fires corn cobs at his neighbor's house.
Yeah, with a homemade potato gun.
That's what I'm talking about.
This guy, Jeffrey M. Osella, 50, in Westerly, Rhode Island, has been feuding with his neighbor on and off for the past 13 years.
Oh, yeah.
So one night he decided to fire whole corn cobs into this dude's property. And when the police arrived at his home, he was intoxicated, shirtless, and covered in corn kernels. I'm like,
that's the real MVP.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I saw an article where a neighbor took a bulldozer and took half his neighbor's house down.
That is cool.
I could deal with the
corn kernels.
Yeah, I can.
But that's just so corny.
There was some dude in California. Dude in California put Jell-O in a swimming pool.
Like the whole swimming pool?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't that big. So it wasn't that big, but they put Jell-O in it.
I don't think that my vindictive pettiness will allow me to spend a lot of money to get back at you.
Apparently.
So fill a whole pool up with Jell-O.
Yeah.
Nah.
But I wonder, because, who randomly has a potato gun?
Right,
so maybe he was really planning this.
Yeah, you got to construct a potato gun.
Google it.
So did he get any charges or anything?
I think they just told him to sleep it off. They didn't say that he got arrested because he was drunk.
So he didn't hit the guy. He just
his property. So
that's funny. Why can't I have neighbors like that? My neighbors are just sweet, respectful people. Like, y'all are so uneventful.
Right.
Like, we're like the Stafford wives over here.
Throw corn at us.
All right, so moving on, marijuana tampons are here to help ease period discomfort.
Yeah, I did some research into it. It's a real thing. They are saying that these tampons are going to maximize their comforting effects by containing 3 natural ingredients: organic coconut butter, THC oil, and CBD isolate. And this combination is going to provide comfort in the pelvic region when introduced into the body. It's supposed to decrease pain and discomfort. The only thing it does come with may cause severe snacking.
So you're telling me your vagina is going to be high?
Well, it's the THC oil is going to relax those muscles that cramp up during that special time. I don't know, but your cravings might be out of control.
Do you know if, like, naturally you're gonna start to feel high?
I can write and see if they need some, testers. But this is, of course, they're going to launch this in places where THC oil is legal. So places like Colorado,
Atlanta.
I don't know about here just yet.
Yeah, we're not
in
there
California.
yet.
So. But I thought that's interesting.
But the cost, though, is pretty expensive.
Yeah, especially if you get the good, not that Reggie. But
I know nothing about the Reggie.
But no, I think you never know. They may. I don't know.
It's about $44
and you
4.
only get 2. Yeah. So 2 packs of 2, so 4. It's gonna be. It's too expensive. Just pop a couple Tylenol, call it a day.
I do.
Absolutely.
All right. So moving on. Hold on. I'm gonna jump around a little bit. So did y'all hear about the ex-girlfriend who had set her ex-boyfriend's car on fire just to figure out it wasn't his car?
It wasn't even his car.
Wow.
She put gasoline, set it ablaze.
Yeah. And then she got on her bike and rode away.
Mm-hmm. The dude, when they saw it, he tried to put it with a pot of water.
What?
He was in shock, I guess.
That's what dudes do. I'm sorry. Let me man bash for a minute.
Oh, Lord.
That remind me
I'm going to hold us down, fellas. I'm going to hold us down.
That remind me of a story of my brother when he was younger. So I want to say he was maybe like 12 or 13 with my other male cousins who are around the same age. And they were playing with fireworks or fire or whatever. And so they lit the back of my auntie's house on fire, the woods. And like you just see one of them at a time walking out the house with a cup of water. So they tried to douse it with a cup of water. Then they tried to pee on it. And then we all had to come out and the dang thing's up in flames.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like, what? Did you? I'm sorry. Don't be a firefighter, ladies and gentlemen.
A cup of water.
A cup of water. And then try to pee on it. Anyway.
I can't defend that.
Yeah.
Well, she quickly got arrested. A 19-year-old Carmen Chambly was quickly arrested after she set the wrong person's car on fire.
Wow.
All right. So now, BJ, you and I have to defend the women. Like, I've never been that mad, and I've had reasons to be that mad. Like, what could the ex-boyfriend have possibly do for you to go and just torch his car?
There is only one reason you set somebody's car on fire. And that's when there's another woman involved. I mean, you can lie to you. Okay, cool, it's whatever. But when another female is involved, that's when things get extra, extra hairy.
I disagree.
Why? Why? Tell us why.
I disagree. But just in general, I'm one of them people, like, I feel like, if I'm going to be committed and I'm going to be one-on-one with this person, and once I feel like if you going to make me get to that level where I have to put your car on fire, you weren't no person for me anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I completely
that whole
agree.
situation could have been avoided.
Yeah, I mean, why set it on fire? Just take the lug nuts out, wait for them to go down a hill.
I know, just cut the.
You are dangerous. You hear me?
But listen, though, here's my thing. I wonder why people don't think ahead. Do you really think that you could torch somebody's car and get away with it?
Right on a closed circuit camera.
Exactly.
And then go hop on your bike and leave.
On the bike.
On a bike and leave.
You should have just took the car. Like, to me, that would have been like funner.
Right.
To steal the car.
What happened to the old-fashioned slicing tires?
Yeah.
I don't know who.
They don't make knives like they used to. Them Ginsu sets are expensive.
What?
You tried to cut some vegetables after you slashed the tire? This is ruined.
So the final story is Brock Turner.
Ugh.
He was released out of prison after serving a little over 3 months of a 6-month sentence. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, people are outraged about that. There has been a few,
Rallies,
protesters, armed protesters surrounding his house with signs saying, hey, if I raped Brock Turner, would I get 3 months?
Exactly. They have his house surrounded, and these are armed fathers talking about they're going to do what they need to do to protect their daughters.
Yeah.
So, it's really unfortunate. The guy barely served 3 months for it. And then in the media, they don't even call him a rapist. Ex-Stanford swimmer.
Still, yep.
Wow.
That's
but if
ridiculous.
it was one of us,
Of course.
saying. But so he's officially registered as a sex offender.
Mm-hmm.
But the crazy thing is, there are some colleges and universities that said that they would still
Take him.
allow him to be a student.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I can't complain about that. Like if education first, but good God Almighty.
They should put him in a chastity belt
Yep.
yes.
with no lotion. The old school kind.
They should just drop him in the middle of a jail yard while they're outside getting their exercise. That's all they need
It's
to do.
ridiculous.
All right, guys. So you're listening to The Real with Rachel D. Make sure that you keep it here. We have more show coming up for you. But we have, who is this? Ro James all day. All right, guys. Welcome back to The Real with Rachel D. That was Ro James all day. And one thing I want to talk about before we go, Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys remember when it hit, actually last week when we were starting to do the show, that's when things started hitting, that the cops were surrounding his house.
Helicopter.
He allegedly pulled this gun on this girl, threatened to shoot her. He was getting arrested. Well, unless you've been living under a rock, you basically, you don't even have to live under a rock because the media has been very quiet about the truth.
Mm-hmm.
The truth has come out that the girl made it all up.
She lied.
She straight up lied on him. She tried to steal his jewelry, got caught. And then I don't know if the gun thing was true or not, but it didn't just happen because she complimented the jewelry, whatever her story was.
Right.
But it was always very shifty that she, gets this gun pulled on her head. She calls the police, and then she calls TMZ.
And stays in the residence.
Yeah.
And then, they searched his house in and out, and they didn't find any weapons.
Exactly.
But this girl has a criminal past of stealing from celebrities.
She does.
So, and then what's so funny, they used her own phone against her because the evidence was right there. She texted to her friends, I'm going to set him up.
Yep.
Wow.
And this right here reminds me of Ryan Lochte privilege.
Yeah.
That is like the moment you say that something happened, like they didn't need all those cops and helicopters and stuff.
SWAT.
And Chris Brown's child was there.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
just say if it went wrong and they kicked the door in and like the child got killed.
Right.
All because she said it happened.
See, that's not cool.
It isn't.
Well, you got to keep these women out your house, fellas. Point blank period.
Stop doing dotting around. Jeez.
Exactly. All right. Now with that said, Miss BJ, what is your hashtag of the week?
This is Miss BJ from The Real with Rachel D, and it is time for the hashtag of the week. All right, guys. I kept it simple this week. My hashtag for this week is window. Just hashtag window.
Okay.
So it's like, when you borrow money from your friends and you want to pay them back and you just don't know when, though. I'm just saying, when you're waiting for Coolio to let go of those 2.3 braids, but when, though? I'm just saying. So hashtag window.
I can't with you.
Window.
At
Yeah.
all. Okay. Hashtag window.
Right. What time you coming over? But when, though? So I'm just saying.
Hashtag window.
Window.
All right.
All right, guys. So before we get out of here, I'm going to give you guys some things to get into over the weekend. The Atlanta Braves are going to be playing the New York Mets on September 9th or the Washington Nationals on September 16th. That's actually going to be next week. Remember, it's the last year at Turner Field, so make sure you guys get a chance to go there. There's an Atlanta Beltline Lantern Parade.
Window.
It's going to be September 10th, and that's going to be from 7:30 to 11 p.m. And it's a glowing procession of lights, music, and color that goes from 660 Iron Street to Piedmont Park, and that's actually free. And finally, the One Music Festival. That's going to be here. One Music Fest offers a full day of soul, progressive hip hop, alternative, and rock music from national and local acts, and that's going to be at Lakewood Amphitheater.
Cool.
You can find out about more of these events at event12.com. All right, so before we get out of here, Beno, where can people find out more information about you?
You can definitely find out more information on my Instagram and SoundCloud for sure, and also I'm working with my Hippie Vision Brothers. It's a clothing line that they just launched. It's called Hippie Vision. So that's definitely something else we're working on. So you can definitely go cop some gear at Hippie Vision. And shout out to my sister. It's her birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow my birthday.
Well, happy birthday. birthday then.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're shutting down Opera tomorrow. So we're definitely going to do it the right way. And other than that, just hit me up on Instagram. Any features, any MC, hosting shows, I'm there.
All right,
Ooh.
sounds good. Miss BJ, any last words?
No, just the hashtag
Window.
All right, guys, you're listening to The Real with Rachel D. Thank you for joining us here every Friday at 6 p.m. And I don't know. What? You gonna say something?
No.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good.
Power to the people.
Chilly, yeah.
All right, guys. So make sure you join us again next week. Same time, same place. We're gonna leave you guys with LaToya Luckett featuring Ludacris. Regrets.